ExxonMobil out with first quarter results this morning. The company earning $2.06 a share for the first quarter. That was shy of the consensus estimate of $2.20. Revenue did beat expectations, though, at $83.1 billion.
ExxonMobil started amid the early chaotic oil market. It became a global giant thanks to the bold ambitions of John D. Rockefeller in the late 1800s. The company's successes and controversies have shaped the world's dependence on fossil fuels, sparking ongoing debates about our planet's future. John Davison Rockefeller was born in Richford, New York, in 1839. He grew up in a mix of stability and chaos. His mother, Eliza, was a devout Baptist who taught him discipline and piety, while his father, William, was often away working as a traveling salesman, leaving young John with many responsibilities. When Rockefeller was a teenager, his family moved to Cleveland, Ohio. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing, and at 16, he got his first real job as an assistant bookkeeper with Hewitt and Tuttle. In 1859, news of oil discovery in Titusville, Pennsylvania reached Cleveland, marking the start of the modern petroleum industry. This new oil was mainly used for lamp oil, replacing expensive whale oil. Rockefeller saw great opportunity in the chaotic early oil industry, which was full of speculation and risk. Oil refineries produced varying quality kerosene, and transporting oil was dangerous and unpredictable. But Rockefeller saw order in this chaos, and believed wealth lay in controlling the refining and distribution of oil, not just in drilling for it. In 1863, Rockefeller partnered with Maurice B. Clark and Samuel Andrews in an oil refining venture in Cleveland. Andrews, a chemist, brought refining expertise, but it was Rockefeller's drive for efficiency that set their business apart. Rockefeller's relentless pursuit of efficiency and control transformed his business. His refinery produced higher quality kerosene at a lower cost than competitors, turning good business practices into powerful strategies. Rockefeller started targeting competing refineries in Cleveland, offering them a stark choice: sell to him at his price or be undercut until they went bankrupt. One by one, these refineries fell into his hands and his power grew. By 1870, Rockefeller, along with Andrews and Flagler, founded the Standard Oil Company, which soon became a dominant force in the oil industry. Rockefeller wanted to control the entire American oil industry, so he devised a new strategy: the trust. In 1882, under his guidance, a group of lawyers and financiers created the Standard Oil Trust. This structure allowed Rockefeller and his associates to maintain centralized control over the many companies they had acquired. Shareholders in these companies exchanged their stock for trust certificates, making it seem like a loose collaboration of companies. But in reality, it was a tightly controlled empire. In response to this dominance, the Sherman Antitrust Act was signed into law in 1890, aimed at breaking up monopolies. Initially, Rockefeller dismissed it, but in 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt's administration aggressively enforced the law against Standard Oil. This marked the end of unfettered monopolies in America. Despite the breakup, Rockefeller retained significant shares in these new companies, which made him even wealthier as their values soared. Some of these companies, like Standard Oil of New Jersey and Standard Oil of New York, became major players in the global petroleum industry, eventually evolving into Exxon and Mobil, respectively. The rise of ExxonMobil. One of the largest of these new companies was Standard Oil of New Jersey, which eventually became known as Exxon. Exxon didn't just follow in Standard Oil's footsteps. It expanded aggressively on a global scale. The company invested heavily in research and development, leading to new technologies for oil exploration and refining. They pioneered methods for extracting oil in challenging places, like offshore drilling rigs and the icy Alaskan North Slope. This focus on innovation helped Exxon access new oil sources to meet growing global demand. In 1989, the Exxon Valdez oil tanker ran aground in Alaska's Prince William Sound, causing one of the worst environmental disasters in U.S. history. The company faced severe criticism for prioritizing profits over environmental safety. This disaster forced Exxon to confront the environmental risks of its operations and invest in better safety measures. In the 1990s, changes in the global oil industry led to a major event, the 1999 merger of Exxon and Mobil, forming ExxonMobil Corporation. This merger created one of the largest publicly traded companies in the world and solidified Exxon's status as a global energy giant. This move echoed Rockefeller's original consolidation strategy but did not violate antitrust laws. It was seen as necessary to compete in the global energy market. In the 21st century, ExxonMobil remains a powerful force in the energy industry. With a market capitalization around $500 billion, the critical question for ExxonMobil is how it will adapt to the global shift away from fossil fuels. Can a company with a legacy built on oil transition quickly enough to thrive in a world moving towards renewable energy? Will it continue prioritizing short-term profits over long-term sustainability? These questions will determine not only the future of ExxonMobil, but also impact global efforts to address climate change.